Hey, what's going on, everybody? Qmos in full color, and today, as teased in the last video, Man of Medan is the first game. It's gonna be like a weird review because upon me talking about this right now, I actually just finished it. So, just finished it, and I must say, wow. Just wow. So first off, for those who don't know, Man of Medan is from Supermassive Games. This is the dev team behind Until Dawn. They rolled out a plan to release 8 games all within a year of each other. Crazy. Oh, I'm sorry. They'll be releasing 8 games 6 months apart from each other, trying to go for 2 a year. That's like a crazy schedule already. But all these 8 games are supposed to, I'm not going to say they directly link, but they all kind of go within one type of framework. So these are going to be called the Dark Pictures Anthology. So they have like a really cool way to kind of like, I guess, loop everything in together, and I'm really excited to see that. So the first one, Man of Medan, really great. When you first start it, it's a little weird. It kind of has like one of those horror movie vibes of like, what's going down here, because I'm not following, and it's kind of weird when you first start, but then when you get into it's like, you know, you're just going, you're having to make decisions, you're having to do things, and they do give you time for some decisions. Other decisions you need to make right then. That's it to it. All right, so first and foremost, it looks amazing. It really does. The audio cues are great, and they do a lot of jump cuts. So this scene right here actually gave me quite the fucking scare. All right, my girlfriend would kill me if I didn't inform you all of me getting scared. I played this with her actually. So on this game in particular, they actually have a 2-player mode, which is really awesome. So you can kind of assign which person controls which characters, and you know, you can play with 2 controllers. So it's really cool. She doesn't care for controls, so we just played solo in the solo mode. I just, you know, held the controller, and she kind of made all the decisions on what she wanted to do. So I highly encourage anyone to play this with a friend. In fact, there's something called movie night where you can have you know, there are 5 characters, so you can have up to 5 people hop in, and each one of you control a character. So once again, very awesome feature that, you know, a game like this, which kind of feels more like that solo, you know, single player thing, can actually kind of, you know, you can incorporate your friends into it. So I thought that was a really nice touch. The story is really great, and the funny thing about the story is, like, I was kind of I'm not gonna show off way too much, but it's kind of funny that, you know, you and I can play this game and we can get so many just avenues. Like, there's so many different avenues to travel down, and that's because, you know, you and I are 2 totally different people. So the ending that me and my girlfriend got may or may not be the same, or couldn't be further apart from the ending that you get. So I'm not gonna tell you how many deaths we had, because it's one of those things too, 'cause like I said, like, although we can get different stories, at the same time, I think showing you a lot of this information could kind of affect your play. Speaking of the controls, they're not bad. Sometimes they feel a little clunky, but I mean, that's kind of like the other thing about this too, because when you get into like this high pressure situation and you're trying to get your character to move, it kind of adds to that, like, oh god, like, come on, just move god, and it really adds to that feeling, that horror feeling, you know, that, like, they really did a good job with capturing that. So it's kind of weird that I'm giving a knock on the controls, but yet at the same time it helped make the game more intense. The only other knock I really had on this game is that sometimes there are things that are said and the voice actor is relaying this feeling. However, on screen, it's not very, it's just not portrayed very well. And here's a quick example of that.
Wait, no! Alex!
Stop it! Let her go! You bastards! Hey. Dipstick. Shut the fuck up.
I don't think they're gonna hit her. They haven't hit Fliss. flesh sure seems to be getting buddy-buddy with him. Did you see my brother?
No, I didn't. I hope he's all right.
All right. Turn around. Don't let them see your hands. Once we get Julia back, maybe we can take them by surprise. Okay, they're coming.
Fuck. Motherfuckers.
Hey, are you okay? What did they do to you?
I'm fine. They didn't touch me.
Now, like, as you see, like, you know, at this point for me in my story, these two are together. They are happy and they are together. In the event, you know what I'm saying, if this happened, it wouldn't, like, I feel like, you know, the feeling of it, you know, if you've been in a relationship with the person for this long and that person was taken by some pirates, but then they brought it back, like your anger level is going to be on tilt, you know, I mean, and that's just natural. And yet, you know, kind of like the way that he looks and all this, he doesn't very much look like he's on tilt, but yet the voice actor is on tilt. So there are a few just misses with that, and hopefully they get a little bit better with that, because they're not far off the mark, but it is noticeable, especially with something that's supposed to be this intense, this intimate, this feeling that they're giving you. You know, everything in here is your choice, and you know, so a lot of things begin to you begin to pick up on, because of the way that the game is portrayed to you. You know, for games like this, to where they're simple controls and the graphics are what's kind of selling it, you know, the fact that they're telling this story. Like, so in these points, I think you just really got to key in to eliminate that. Speaking of which, the coolest and best thing about this game entirely is my man's the narrator. I really don't know his name, but we're gonna call him the narrator. He has this Tales of the Crypt vibe. He has this, it's really, really great too, because you'll come from this really, really intense moment, and then they'll flip you over to him, and he's going on and he's talking to you, and he's letting you know how you're doing in the game so far, and he's, you know, kind of breaking you down a little bit. He's really creepy too. It's like weird. He's like this creepy dude, but at the same time he's not creepy, and he's like, yo, I can give you a hint if you want, like, about how I think you should go, but, you know, of course this is your game, so do what you do. So he's like really, really great. It's a really great change of pace, to where the game is gonna say, very, very high pressure moment, now we're gonna bring you back down. And then it's like, well, it'd be really weird to go from this high pressure moment and then you cut to the next scene and it's low pressure. So instead they use this guy as a middleman to say, like, okay, so when you go from the high pressure moment, cut to me, I'm gonna kind of slow him down a little bit, I'm gonna talk, do my thing, and then we can go into the next scene. And that's kind of like, okay, the story will begin to pick up, climax, bring it back to me. So I think that's a really, really, really good way of getting the player to calm down, say, okay, like, you know, we're starting over again, the story will ramp up, and just really, really great. Outside of that, I think Man of Medan is great, and for $30, like, this game is $30, so for that price line, for what you're getting, 5-hour cinematic, pretty much. I mean, just 5 hours of jump cuts, of scares, of plot twists, if you choose them, and being able to fashion your own narrative. There are 69 ways people can die, so many different endings to it, so the replayability is really good here. I think for $30, you definitely are getting your money's worth, and I am really looking forward to what they do with this anthology. There are 7 more games, and I cannot wait to see how they wrap them all up and put them all together in the end. But ladies and gentlemen, that's it for Man of Medan. I am super happy with my purchase on this one. I really encourage anyone to get this game who enjoys cinematic type games. If you enjoyed Until Dawn, Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain, those games like that, you are gonna love this game. I promise you. Go pick it up if you like that game. And as usual, be easy, be blessed out there. To all my horror aficionados, peace.
Curator of stories of love and hate, greed and beauty, life and death. Stories such as this one. I'm here to record the story you choose to tell. You see, this tale is only part written, and the choices you make will complete it and determine whether the lives of those with whom you are interfering continue to flourish or whether they are snuffed out.